So you going past all these other elevators to go to the farthest one because you don't want nobody to see you. 2 days later, he just was itching. I'm a woman, and I carry my rolled up carpet from the store outside to my car, shoved it in my car, and brung it home. And as a man, you don't need no dolly for that unless a body is wrapped up in it. Right? What's up, Team Jazzy? It's your girl, Jazzy J Eats, and I am back with another mukbang. So today we have a leftover Christmas feast. I got some baked mac and cheese, rotisserie chicken. I got some lamb chops, stuffing, cranberry sauce, and green beans. And I also got some cranberry juice, my favorite. I also have a true crime story time. It is a fatal attraction type of thing. Should I have said that? I'm going to take that part out. Yeah, I ain't going to tell y'all. But first I'm going to eat because you already know your girl is hungry. I call all of my subscribers Team Jazzy. So if you would like to be a part of the team, then all you have to do is subscribe to this channel and turn your post notifications on so that you never miss another video. Give this video, click that thumbs up button, okay? If you're watching this video right now, you know you're into true crime. You know you like to see people eat. Just like the thumbs up button so I can know if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, okay? Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for the food that I'm about to receive. I ask that it may be nourishment to my body. I ask that you bless the hands that prepared it and bless my entire mafia. Oh, I said mafia. And bless my entire Team Jazzy. Amen. Y'all, my voice still kind of gone when I was sick 2 weeks ago. But how was y'all's Christmas? And what are you guys eating for dinner? My favorite part of the mac and cheese is the corners. The crunchy corners. So good. I've been wanting these lamb chops too. Look at that. If I were to name this true crime, it would be called Charge for Murder Without Evidence. Dun, dun, dun. Because, just wait. Just wait. I already know some of y'all gonna fast forward to the story. That's fine with me. That's fine with me. If you hit that thumbs up button, that's fine with me. It's so cheesy and the corners is crunchy. That's my favorite type of mac and cheese. Seasoned to perfection. I'm so annoying. Sometimes juice be so sweet when you drink nothing but water and then you start drinking juice again. Here go the lamb chop. Do y'all have to have, I got something in my teeth. Do y'all have to have cranberry sauce in each bite of your stuffing? I can't see nothing, y'all. Let me know because I do. And I was not raised on cranberry sauce. Like, my mom didn't do that. My mom did gravy. We always had gravy with our stuffing. And it was really good. And one day, want to say it was my friend Chrissy. My friend posted stuffing with red jelly stuff. And I was like, what is that? She was like, you never heard of cranberry sauce? I'm like, no. She's like, you lying. Like, you're lying right now. I'm like, no. I really have never heard of that. Yo, never heard of that. I don't remember my grandma having this out. I'm going to have to ask my mom. And so one day, I think it was one of my boyfriends. I went to his house and for dinner, and they had this with cranberry. And they was like, try it. I was like, oh, I don't know, because I was real picky when I was younger. And I tried it, and it was so good. It ain't good by itself. But it do, you know what it do. Y'all, I forgot the sweet potato pie. Literally, the best sweet potato pie. My dad makes the best sweet potato pies. That man be working. Like, he be in the kitchen making everybody in our circle, people be calling him to order pies. Every time, every holiday. And him and my mom be in the kitchen. She be helping them peel all the potatoes, and they just be in there cooking together, looking cute. All right, I'm gonna get into the true crime. So, this mac and cheese is fire. Don't y'all having people click their teeth on the fork? And I'm over here like, y'all, I don't eat like this in public. I promise I don't. One more bite. All right. There was a lady named Leslie. She was 44 years old, and her husband was in his 50s. Excuse me. She was very smart, and the family described her as rock solid, zero tolerance, always happy. Her husband fit into the family very well. The girls loved him because they're like, he's the perfect guy for her. The whole family was hardworking. And her sister was also an actress. And her husband, they were doing good for themselves. She worked the front desk at a security, like a home security company. And then he was a college recruiter. And they lived in a upscale condo in Hollywood. And they had a 60-foot sailboat. What could possibly go wrong, you know? You'd be surprised. What they say? More money, more problems? That's the truth. Well, one day, both of them disappeared because Leslie's job called her sister and was like, Leslie didn't come into work today. And everybody freaked out. Like, wait, what? She has never missed one day of work out of 11 years. This girl ain't never called off of work. Sick and all. Like, she was a hard worker. And she just, not only does she not show up, but she never called to tell us she wasn't coming in. Like, something not right. The whole family immediately freaked out, especially when they couldn't get a hold of her husband. He was also missing. So, the police broke into her house. The police broke into their condo, and the house was spotless. Like, nothing was out of order because they were very clean people, especially Leslie. And the only thing that was out of the norm was a candle was spilled over and wax was on the kitchen counter. And so the family's like, no, Leslie would have got that up. She definitely would have got that up. They couldn't find anything. 2 weeks of searching for her, I should say, 2 weeks of searching for this missing couple, they finally get a break. They found Lau. Lau is Leslie's husband. His name is Lau. That feels funny saying. Lau? What? We need to give him a nickname. Dickhead. Second plan. Lau was at the Mexican border, coming back from Mexico, going into the United States. And they're like, okay, we found him. So they arrest him right at the border. So the police get there and they're talking to him. And something weird is going on here. He doesn't look like what everybody has described him as. He doesn't look like his pictures. And they like, what happened? Where's your dreads? He had dreads and a long beard. He was like shaved baby face. like he took a razor to his whole face and was just a fade. He had a fade. He just snipped all his dreads off and cleaned up his skin. And he was a whole nother different person. And it was like, ooh, red flag. They said, what happened to you? And he said, I got caught up in a gang, and because I owed them money, I hope y'all can see me. And because I owed them money, they cut my dreads off and they shaved me. So are you aware that your wife has been missing for 2 weeks now? Yeah, that's the reason why I'm in Mexico. That's the reason why I'm coming back from Mexico. I've been looking for her for 2 weeks. Why would you look for her in Mexico? Well, because on Valentine's Day, we were supposed to go to Mexico. And so when she just up and disappeared, I figured she was there. Okay. But they didn't have no evidence. They didn't have nothing. And so they had to let him go. They let him go. So they go back to the house and they like, we about to do, like, he a little too, something not adding up right here. We just need to double check the house. So they look into her drawer and they see a letter that she wrote him, and she was fed up. This letter was pages long, and she was like, I'm done with you. I want a divorce from you. I am so tired of you mismanaging our money this way. You getting caught up in this gang and you ain't coming home with money. You're gambling. You're not a good husband. I don't want to be with you no more. Red flag. Then her purse was there. Her jewelry was there. And the husband, Lau, said she just up and left. She ain't going up and leave without her purse. And the family was like, she puts her jewelry on every single day. They had pictures. They went to the police with pictures and was like, look at all these pictures of all that jewelry. She wore that same jewelry every single day. And the only time she took it off was at night when she got home. And inside of her purse was a Starbucks receipt that was dated 2 days after she went missing. And so they're like, oh, this could help us get somewhere. So they went to the Starbucks to pull the camera footage, and you guessed it, the husband, Lau, is the one standing in line buying one Starbucks drink. So the police took his phone and his computer. And he had searched up common ways to commit a suicide. Violent death in the soul. Like, it was nothing but deaths and getting away with murder type of stuff. There was also dialogue between Kyle and Leslie. And so it looked pretty decent, like a normal couple loving on each other and stuff, but it didn't add up with the letter. So the police looked up the towers that the phones were coming from, and the towers showed that both phones were right beside each other as they were doing the dialogue. So he had her phone and he was texting her phone, and then he picked his phone up and then he texted back and then doing that. So the police is like, okay, Either way, we win if we ask him to go before the community, go before news cameras, and plead for her to come home. Since she up and ran away, get on camera and plead for her to come home. Because either way, we're going to win. We're going to see it on your face. Somebody going to come out and say something, or the person that did it is going to feel guilty. Like, something going to happen. So he did. And just like the police suspected, 2 people called the police. One of them was Kyle's cousin. And he was like, yo, he called me the day that she went missing and said he was distraught. He was crying and he was screaming. And he was like, I'm going to hell for what I did to her. And he was like, and I got scared and I went to the house. Like, did he do something to his wife? I went to the house and he met me on the porch. And I said, can I come in to use the restroom? Just to check on her. And he was like, let me think about that. Nope. Is what he told his cousin. Then the other person that called the police was a neighbor of theirs and was like, it's funny that I see him begging his wife to come home, but I just saw him the day that she went missing. I saw him pushing a dolly, and the only thing that was on it was a rolled up carpet. Now, as a man, why you need help picking up a carpet? I'm a woman, and I carry my rolled up carpet from the store outside to my car, shoved it in my car, and brung it home. And as a man, you don't need no dolly for that unless a body is wrapped up in it, right? And so that's what the neighbors told the police. And the neighbors was like, and he pushed the dolly to the farthest elevator. So you going past all these other elevators to go to the farthest one because you don't want nobody to see you. So the police got the dogs that be sniffing shit out. The police got one of them dogs, and they sniffed out body remains in the car, but they can't find it. The dog said, I don't know how they motion it. I'm gonna have to look into that because that's interesting. What do they do? Do y'all know? What do they do when they find something? Do they like bark and go crazy, chasing their tail and shit? Like, I don't know. But whatever the dog did, he let them know it's something in his car, in both of his cars. He had 2 of them in both of his cars, but they still couldn't pinpoint what it was. So the police put a tracker on his car because they like, if he did it, he's going to go back to the spot just to make sure things is cool, things is normal, like just to bring a relief over him that everything is going to be okay. I'm not going to get caught. And so they put a tracker on him. And what do you know? 2 days later, he just was itching. 2 days later, he went to some park at 6 a.m. He drove to some park and he was only there for 2 minutes. It showed that he walked around the dumpster. And then he got back in his car and he drove back home. So as soon as he got back home, the police, the dogs, everybody ran over there to the dumpsters. And it was one of them parks where it was like a dumpster, like where the dumpsters, God, why do I feel like I said dumpsters a lot of times? It's the dumpster trucks that they smash, the big yellow thing smash. Oh, I need to go back to school. I'm struggling trying to explain stuff. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The yellow trucks that scoop stuff up and smash cars. It was one of those parks. And yeah. And the police is like, we never gonna find the body here. And that's what they need because that's the evidence. So they like, screw this. We still about to arrest him. And they went to that man's house and they was like, something wrong with your car. The police was like, come out here, something wrong with your car. And he like, huh? Okay. Soon as he got outside, they was like, you're under the arrest. You are under arrest for murder. He's like, huh? Acting all surprised. Huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. He probably had his fingers crossed behind his back. And so it was a 3-week trial. And the jury found him guilty despite them not having no evidence. It was just the fact of all the little cover-ups that he gave himself away. Like the Starbucks, they was able to use that against him. Like, you lied. And then the car smelling like that. Him going to Mexico, talk about he looking for her, coming back with his shaved beard. He just did too much. You did too much, and now you're going to jail for doing too much. If we can't put you to jail for killing your wife, you're going to jail for just being stupid, being paranoid. All right, you guys. So that concludes this video. Always remember, it is not happiness that makes you grateful. It's gratefulness that makes you happy. Post notification goes to. Thank you so much for having your post notifications on. Shout out to you for being the first to comment on the last video. If you would like a shout out, all you have to do is be the first to comment on the next video. If you would like to see more true crime stories, then click right here. If you would like to subscribe to the channel so that you never miss another video, then click right here. I love you, and I will see you guys in the next mukbang.